Hello, YouTube. A little bit ropey today. So today is the 4th of June. Yeah, it is. And today is the day that I will be having my first try at having a baby. So I'm meeting the person at a hotel. He'll do his thing. I'll then do mine. And then I'll leave and stop at a friend's for the night, and then in the morning we'll do the same again. I'm knackered. Knackered from training. Feeling quite nervous, quite apprehensive. I have been on my folic acid for like 2 and a bit weeks ish now. So I've been using ovulation strips, but I use the Flow app anyway. I have done for years, and it says that I ovulate tomorrow. So from what I can understand, the gist of the birds and the bees and the scientific complexities of it is that sperm can last 3 to 5 days, but your egg is like 12 to 24 hours. So I need to stop yawning. Basically, tomorrow will be my ovulation day, according to the app. So we'll have a sample tonight, like a donation tonight and tomorrow morning, for like the best possible chance of it working. And yeah, then see what happens after that. I've considered like safety precautions, so I have got like someone coming with me. They obviously won't be in the room when I do my thing, because that's just, you know, our friendship's deep, but it's not that deep. That's not appropriate, so we're not doing that. Yeah, and this weekend is also the weekend of Lincolnshire's. So I trained on Monday, a really decent leg session actually. Trained yesterday, some overhead shoulders. And I've managed to hurt my leg on a angle grinder, cleaning the Atlas stones for the competition. So I didn't want to do deadlifts because I couldn't cope with the thought of the bar touching my leg, because even bending and straightening it hurts. Like it's a bit sensitive, to be honest. Lincolnshire's strongest this weekend. I am coaching. And I mean, I'm just generally quite hypervigilant anyway, so I try and perceive problems before they become a problem to find the solution, so then there is never a problem. It's something that actually, being the level of hypervigilant I am, comes into being an asset in this situation. Most other situations it's just fucking pointless and catastrophizing, but in this scenario it's a 10 out of 10 trait to have. So I will be taking it easy, and today is Thursday, so I'll now not be training again till Monday. But I didn't want to train today or tomorrow, so that like my body's fairly rested, and sort of give it chance. And then it's the weekend anyway where I'll be busy coaching, so I won't be training regardless. And I'll probably be bollocksed on Monday from the weekend. So I won't think I'll train again actually till Tuesday. So I've got a good period of time now without training to let my body settle and let it do its thing. It's definitely like, when you read up on it, it's saying like you can still do what it is that you did before. So if you're a marathon runner, you could still run. If you're a weightlifter, you can still lift weights. If you're a high rocks athlete, you can still do high rocks, like, because your body's used to that level of stress. So theoretically, like, my lifting and stuff shouldn't change. I'm not quite sure about wearing a belt. Like, it's saying it's not a problem, but equally I think that's something that I want to delve into a little bit more before making that decision. And I've been out of training like for, I mean, it's got to be nearing, February, March, April, May, June, so probably like 3 months ish. I've been a bit iffy with training, like not consistent, so I'm quite conscious around how much I'm doing, because it's not as if it's been under that demand all the time. So yeah, it's just trying to find the balance of it. I am feeling like obviously nervous and apprehensive, but I'm just trying to, you know, sit with like what'll be will be, and it is what it is. But yeah, it's exciting, scary and exciting. So yeah, the 20th of June today. I thought I'd recorded a interim one, but it turns out I haven't, so I'll have to do a longer one now about like the interim. So I went on the 4th. Emily and Becky came with me, met the guy, had a chat. He went and did his thing. He then texted me. I went in, did my thing, and it's really horrible. Like, I'm a really traditional valued person, and it just doesn't align with anything, I guess, that you want for your life. And I think that's what is like hard about it. And like, I haven't met anyone, and like that's okay. I can, you know, do everything on my own anyway. Like, I'm really self-sufficient. I think that probably just highlighted maybe a bit of my life that I thought would look a bit different, and obviously it doesn't, and like there isn't anything anyone can do about that. So yeah, I am ridiculously emotional today. After it happened, I had like 2 in the morning. I was waking up with cramps on the Thursday night. I felt quite poorly, and then Friday I got up and did my check-ins as normal, and then it was Lincolnshire, so we were getting stuff ready for that. And to be honest, like, I went into it wanting to hold back and not do a lot of the hands-on stuff because of that, but then like the nature of who I am and wanting to like help people out and appreciating that everyone's going to be tired and everyone's fucked, and you know, wanting to help. And obviously apart from like 1 or well maybe 3 people there, no one knew that it even happened, so it'd be like wondering why I wasn't helping out. Then Saturday was like a full day coaching, and then Sunday was a lot of like lumping and stuff off my own back again. But yeah, it was just a lot. And then I got Monday, I was just really poorly. Like, I felt like I'd been hit by a bus. My body was absolutely fucked. My knees, I could barely walk. I'd hurt myself with an angle grinder like the week before, not paying attention, and then gone across my leg, and then that was all like trying to scab up, because it wasn't ideal, it wasn't great. It didn't look that bad at the time, but when it cleaned up and started healing, it wasn't great. And my whole knee was killing, like absolutely caning from it. But then that's my good knee, so then my left knee ended up taking the brunt, and it then by the end, like by Sunday, I felt like I was just struggling to walk at all, because of the pain. And so then it was a few rough nights sleep. I started to like feel really sick a lot. Every time I ate, it'd just be like sat in my throat, and like nothing was going like down. And then I was having like issues with digestion. Bloating was horrendous, and like nothing had changed. I kept saying to Mum, like, if you change the spices or something you're using, and she was like, no, like everything's the same. And then like I carried on ticking away, like getting on top of stuff, and then I came out with some rash on my arms that's still there now, and it's on my leg as well. Like, no fucking idea what's causing that, but yeah, I've just felt more and more poorly. And I think I started doing a test. So I did a test 6 days before, with a clear blue one. It said not pregnant, and then I was using like cheap ones to see if there was any like faint white line, and there was just nothing. So I sort of knew earlier this week that I wasn't pregnant. I was just waiting for my period to like confirm it, and like it is shit. Mainly because you for me, like, I'm not sure I want to go through that experience again. So in my childhood, I was abused, and I'm not sure whether that is like triggering me. And I think that different aspects of my life at the minute feel really unsafe, and I don't feel secure in anything. And then sort of like relationships and dynamics that once felt like quite solid don't anymore, and I feel like a lot of plates have just sort of crashed. So yeah, I'm not sure whether the emotional response I'm having now is just because everything has crashed. And I don't mind like sharing this now, because by the time the video comes out I would have sorted my shit out and I'll be alright. But right now, like, things are really, really hard. Really hard. And I feel like it's not even about just getting through the day. Like, I'm literally just trying to get through the hour, and it's shit. And it's more shit because I told myself years ago I'd get myself in that state again, and I'd always be boundaried and guarded, and like, I just haven't been. And this is like the aftermath of it all, really. And it is just because, like, I think I just feel things far too deeply and take things far too personally. And people say you should never like apologise for being like a person that thinks and feels like that, but you kind of should, because it's shit. It's shit for the people around you. It's shit for you. It's just shit. And I have took steps to like try, and I was in therapy before this trying to like work on it, but every time we went to work on it I was just triggered by something else and wasn't actually getting anywhere, because I was constantly in the trigger cycle. And this is probably on the back of a recent event that's then triggered me all over again. So I definitely need to like try and get to the root of it, and I've done that now with something different, but it won't be till August. So I just need to make it to August. And I share it because like this is the reality that like I think people experience. It's not even just about fertility, like it's life. And when you've had, like, you know, my childhood wasn't shit by any means. Like, I was in a very loving household. It was just a bit chaotic with a lot of stuff that went on. And I've been in and out of therapy for years, and it was that like started this whole journey. And I definitely think you go in and you get through like a little bit and you feel better, and then you go through life and something else might happen, and then you go back and you work on that bit and so forth. But it sort of leaves me in a bit of a quandary, and it's like having to make a choice between whether I put it on hold and try and get my head sorted, and then it's the fear that like if I do that, what if I get too old, like what if I miss the chance, and like what if actually like this is like how I'm gonna be. And I suppose there's that like hopelessness thought in there that the things that have happened before, like, you can't get over, or like there's not a way to make it not define now. And I don't know whether it's worth like waiting till April and trying to find like stability in me just going to the gym and training for me, but even having the capacity to like figure out my own training is hard. But I've like looked at other coaches and I haven't got it in me to do it all again just yet, like I haven't. So that's nothing, like Ben's not done anything wrong at all. It is very much a situation that just affected me, but he hasn't done anything wrong. It's very much a Vicky issue, really. I don't know how I worked through that bit, so I feel like I'm just a bit stuck, really. Like, I really want to be a mum and get to experience that, and I also just want to stop being really sad. And the rubbish part is neither of them things feel very achievable right now, and that's hard. And I feel like my go-to in these scenarios is to completely pull away and isolate myself, and then I reinforce the narrative. So I've tried to like not do that, and then obviously people have like their own stuff going on in their own lives, and then sometimes when you get knocked back, or like it's not really very forthcoming, the help or the support, you're just further on your own in it, aren't you? And then you don't tell people because you don't want to be a burden, and you have the pressures of being a coach and being on it, and I love my job and I love what I do and I have a great life. Like, it's what makes this shitter that like nothing is terrible in my life now, but my life now is being so tainted by what I went through before. I feel like this time I worked so hard to make sure that it didn't happen, and to be aware of the stuff I did last time that made it worse and show up differently. It just gets worse. Yeah, that's the reality right now. I will pick myself up like I always do, and put my happy pants on and, you know, spend my life like trying to be there and trying to be a good person and help other people. Sometimes you just wonder what for. So yeah, hard day. I don't know about the next bit. I need to calm myself down and figure that out as I go along. But on the last video of after Natty England's, I said that whatever I decide, I'd choose me, and I think I've shown up for that. Like, the decisions I've made are all ones to just try and put myself first, even when it was hard, even though it continues to be hard. And I think a lot of it might just be about getting back to things that make me feel better and fill my cup. I feel like I've lost a lot of that in competing and my life being consumed by a strong woman, because I really want to, like, you know, I do want to get to Giants Live, and even all that and the things that I dreamed of and wanted, I feel very tainted. and different now, and yeah, it's just a bit shit. A bit shit to do it on your own as well, but it is what it is really. So I decided not to enter Boston's, stick with the programming that I've got, and maybe reassess at the end of July about coaching and whether to get one or whether not to, or where I'm at then. I mean, realistically, like, if I'm not competing, I don't need a coach. I just don't want to be stagnant and not learning. But I've seen a few things that I could get that would maybe like help me improve. And you know, yeah, it's just asking people when you get pied, innit? shit is what it is. I think that's the hard bit, and the bit that I didn't do last time was, like, as much as I'm triggered and this is hard for me, it's remembering that other people around you, like people that you're close with and your friends and stuff, like they also have stuff that's going on too. So like sometimes when I reach out to a mate and they can't, it's not because they dislike me, it's just because they've got stuff going on too. I just feel shit in the moment, but it's very true. And it's the same for me, like if someone reaches out and I'm like, I can't do that, like that feels really shit for that person, but like you have to protect yourself at the same time, and I get that too. That's where we're up to. Get through the day, keep training, keep my structure, keep showing up to my training sessions even when I don't want to. I'm going to start upping my steps a little bit more, going out for walks. Started listening to podcasts again, which is helping, like, motivate me to go for a walk. And then make a decision next week about whether or not I do it next month or not. And go from there. I think I was always going to give it 3 tries. And if after the third one it doesn't work this way, maybe go down the IUI route. So yeah, see what happens. I was the right time.